Alright then, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Debt-Free Farm with me, Simulation for the Nation. We're live on Greenwich Valley, where we are cracking on with our harvest here, really. You can see we're about halfway through the field. We're still, crucially, haven't quite filled up our first trailer load yet. So we need to do that. We're about to fill up our tank though, so what we're going to do is we'll unload this as soon as we can. We're flying through here. Combine's ticking along at about 5 miles an hour actually, so cruising through the field. Makes me think a bigger header would be necessary. But we're at 96% there, so we'll just head off there and get that tipped. And then, like I say, only about half the field left to go. And then we've got the opportunity to get it all baled up, get it all into the silos as well in terms of the grain. And now what we're going to do, we're not going to sell this grain off just yet. But, as we just fill up the back of the trailer here, we'll let that continue. As we look at the market price here, we're going to sell the last of the oats, which is still doing pretty well here at Turbine Grains. So what we'll do, we're going to take the wheat that we're harvesting and dump it with the rest of this wheat, and wait for that price to get better. Looks like that's all good to go. So we'll go and fill up the tank one more time in the combine, just to get a bit of combining done. We'll take that away to tip it. We'll bring back the rest of the oats on the way back down as well, so we're kind of making most of a double trip, and then we're good to go. We are right now, like I say, we did spend that little bit extra money in the field, so our new safety net following the last episode there is going to be approximately 50,000. So we're a little bit ahead of there now, which is good. But hopefully, like I say, we'll generate a little bit more. We've got a lot of cash in the bank as well, or to go into the bank as well in terms of the crops that we can sell. So that's kind of what we'll look into there. We do also need to think about getting some baling done, both the straw bales here and of course the rest of that silage, which we won't quite be selling yet just because it's, well, it's not quite there. Now, to give you an idea, the last field that we harvested over the other side of the road, the other one that we own, it was had zero yield, zero fertilizer, so the lowest yield possible, and the effects were noticeable. Now, from that full field there, we didn't even get a full trailer load. So we're already ahead of the game, which is good. And then, yeah, we can really get ourselves cracking along here nicely. I want to try and get what I'd love to do, because right now all of our grain is kind of stored at the far silos and not at our yard. I'd love to get the yard sorted out next, flattened it out, the new extension space, and get that shed put in, which is something we could possibly look at doing here today as well. Which would be pretty cool to do, just to say that we're kind of making a little bit of progress there. If we get towards 75,000, then that should give us enough. My main concern is I don't know how much the landscape is going to cost. I fear it could be quite significant, so we want to try and prepare ourselves for that one, really. This is coming through rather nicely indeed. Should get a fair few bales off here. We'll likely sell the straw almost immediately, I would think, depending upon the value. I can't foresee there being a great number of bales in this field anyway, so it doesn't really seem worthwhile to hold on to them. And there we go. Perfect. And off we go. Yeah, like I say, it shouldn't take too long to fill this up here. Certainly get most of this field done. And then, yeah, that's more cash to go into the bank at some point. How are you all doing anyway? Hope everyone is fantastic. We are doing a few more episodes of the Debt-Free Farm, purely because of other outside commitments. I won't be able to do as many of my other role plays for the next 2 weeks. So, and there'll be no live streams either, which is why the Debt-Free Farm series is one of the easiest ones to record without much preparation, so I can get a few of those lined up. So at least you guys have something to keep watching. And like I say, I'm really enjoying the series so far at the moment, so it's great fun to actually get recording it as well. But yeah, nice to get our own combine doing our own work, really. And it bodes well moving forward that we can actually do any harvest jobs as well, and contracts that come through. Keep ourselves going in that respect. Coming through nicely though. Missed a little bit there though, we'll just pull back to get that as well, I think. Every grain counts. Up. Okay. So once we get this field done, then that's kind of the next one. This was the last field that we bought aside from the new grass field. So that means that once this field's been harvested, we've kind of completed the cycle. So we can then look to get another field, which would be great. But obviously we need to be able to afford that one. So we need to start selling some things really. I'll have to have a look to see how the grass price or the silage price is doing, because we want to be able to sell that at the peak. There's going to be a few more bales to bale up today as well on the far side. But we do need to go and lease a baler for that one, I guess. It's going to be a bit expensive. So the argument is now, do we just continue to lease a baler for... Oh, there we go, that's full. I forgot I don't have that scripting to stop, and I wasn't paying attention there. Okay. So that's about half a trailer load there, give or take. I think our trailer's about 10 ton, maybe a little bit more, maybe 11 ton. But it's not going to fit in there right now, so we'll just leave that about here. And off out we go in the Deutz. Alright, now you have seen me make this journey on quite a few occasions, so we're going to make this and then get some music behind it, and we'll come back and kind of review, I think.
California weather, it's like 90 degrees. It's making me hot and he has the same effect on me. It's just something about the way that he's making me feel. My insides are out, I just wanna shout his name. My body's giving up on me, cause I don't know what to do with my fingertips. I wanna run up through his hair, but I'm trying not to stare. I get a little starstruck when I see him. I couldn't hate him even if I tried. Am I a little crazy to believe that I could wake up with him by my side? I know I could get his attention if I worked it all out. And we got a little tipsy on a Saturday night. Yeah, I want him and I need him. He's got a one-way ticket to my heart. Ticket to my heart. He's got a one-way. Move a little closer without letting him see. My hands are shaking from the urge of being with him. I act a little dumber when I try to get his number. I'm so nervous that I'm losing grip of myself. My body's giving up on me, cause I don't know what to do with my fingertips. I wanna run up through his hair, but don't stare. I get a little starstruck when I see him. I couldn't hate him even if I tried. Am I a little crazy to believe that I could wake up with him by my side? I know I could get his attention if I worked it all out. And we got a little tipsy on a Saturday night. Yeah, I want him and I need him. He's got a one-way ticket to my heart. Ticket to my heart. He's got a one-way. This California weather, it's like 90 degrees. It's making me hot and he has the same effect on me. I act a little dumber when I try to get his number. I'm so nervous that I'm losing grip on myself. I get a little starstruck when I see him. I couldn't hate him even if I tried. Am I a little crazy to believe that I could wake up with him by my side? I know I could get his attention if I worked it all out. And we got a little tipsy on a Saturday night. Yeah, I want him and I need him. He's got a one-way ticket to my heart. Ticket to my heart. He's got a one-way.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back in. We are just going to sell these. We've got about 3.5 tons of oats on the back here, so we'll get a little bit for that, maybe about 3.5, 4 grand, I think. which is better than nothing. And we'll stick that towards the fund. Now, I don't know what we should do really in terms of how we spend that. If we... Part of me is really tempted just to go out and finally just buy a baler. We'll have it, we can keep it, and then we can do contracts with it. But the other half of me is thinking that we need to increase our yard. But I do feel like if we buy a baler now, then we can do more contracts with it in the future, and we don't need to worry about having to lease it again, or we lose our price. So maybe that's somewhere we need to look. Ooh, 4,100. Nice. Right now we can't buy a baler for the without going under the 50,000, so maybe there's our answer. However, we do need to do silage. That's the thing. I can't. What I wanted to do was buy this guy, like we mentioned last time, the conventional New Holland, but it's so cheap. But then we don't have a pickup method yet, so looks like. Oh, we're gonna have to lease this guy here. Let me know down below in the comments if you reckon we should just bite the bullet and buy this guy. We're gonna lease it for now, $1,200, £1,200, so it's not the worst. We'll come back and pick that one up. We'll get the combine all finished up first though, and then we can jump onto some silage as well. So should be nice to get this all done. So we'll get ourselves down to the field again, and we'll see you down there. So let's put about, I don't know, a third of a tank into there. So it's not going to take a lot more to fill it, to finish this field. So what we might do actually, we'll get half a trailer load. Rather than carting that all the way up, we might just sell that now at turbine grain. It's not going to give us a huge chunk of money, but it'll give us something that we can get us back over the... We want to get over the 75k mark ideally, so that might be able to push us on over there. And if it does, then we're in the money. We can look into, we'll have enough to buy a baler if we want to next time around. It'll also give us a little bit more money to do some engineering with. And what we're going to have to do is just finish this row at the very top. So we're going to try and just get this all wrapped up here. It's only going to take me a few minutes. We'll come back when we have finished it. And then we can kind of review what our next choices are going to be and how that's going to look. I really want to get... We need to get the baler down to start with the silage and the straw, but then after that it's going to be onto some yard extensions, I do believe. And just like that, we are done. So we're just going to pull forward. Not much in the tank here, but yeah, that's going to get us to probably about 5 tons, I reckon. 5,000 litres as it is, maybe a little bit more. Trailer's filling up a little bit there. Yeah, that is it, done. So we'll move the combine off from the field. I think what we'll do as well, we will just we'll take the we'll take the 7840 with this, because that can pick up the baler at the store. So we'll just park you there for now. That makes sense. We don't have to make that same trip several times. And then, yeah, we'll bring back our leased baler, we'll take that back up to the yard and kind of reassess to see what's going on up there. What I'll do, actually just move this guy over there. I'm not going to need the combine for a little bit, I don't think, so we can just stick this about here. And excellent stuff. Leave you about there. That can go and follow me. The beautiful creation that is follow me. Let's see what we've got in here. Oh, we've got about 50. That's 3/4 of a load, I would say. A little bit under. Perfect. So, again, another road trip. We will take this one on our own, and then we can figure out where we're going from there and how much revenue we've got. Get that baler brought down. Now that might be the beginning of the next episode that we get to do that one. What I want to do right now. Be a good way to finish it. Actually, we're just going to do that. Now, let me just tick it over for a little bit. We're going to walk back over to our main yard here and see what we can do in terms of jump, Where the pages? Change that to a nice big square. Now, are we are sculpting right now, so we want to continue that, the height of this through. And what we're going to do... smooth. That's better. So what we're going to do here is just bring that out. How much does this cost us per hit? Oh, not that bad. That's manageable. You don't want to go too close to the edge because I don't want to kind of affect the road there. What I want to do is just kind of bring that out like this. Give us an actual yard in which to work with. Perfect, 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 perfect. I think what we'll do, we'll leave it there. That can be our... There we go, that looks better. And now is it this one I want? No. So for this bit in particular, we're just gonna concrete this all over here. Looking better. We'll get a gate put into there at some point, so that kind of leads us out. We do have some brick walls that we can employ here as well, because now if we look into our placeables that we have, we'll put another one of these sheds in here, which are nice and cheap. That's the main reason why we want to use these guys. Super cheap. Those. Not wide enough for what we need here, or do we need to go a little bit wider still? A little bit wider still, I think. Oh yeah, significantly wider. Okay. Go back to landscaping. But we still spent about 1,000 getting this all done. Ooh, I've got a bit too far there. Okay, put that back to this. Nice and square, nice and perfect. Now what I'm going to do here is I'm going to put my shed on here. We will tidy this up in a later episode. We have some placeable brick walls we can stick in there as well. I've got everything that we're going to need. But for now, as far as placeholders go, we're going to be sticking that about there, I think. What we'll do, I just want to save it first in case the train goes all over the place. But yeah, we will stick a shed down now. The reason it's spinning around is because I have my joystick connected. So I'm going to disconnect that so we can actually place all these down. But we have our pad. We're going to put our yard and our gate into the grass field through here. So we can still get through. And that's looking all good. So I think, having only spent about 1,000 on that, I think, actually. But not too bad. We're going to leave that there, and we're going to go and head on over to pick up the baler and sell the last of this grain as well. So with that in mind, I hope you have enjoyed. I've been Simulation for the Nation. This has been the latest episode of a Debt-Free Farm Challenge, and we will see you in the next one. Until then though, have yourself a great day, enjoy what you're doing as always, and we'll see you later.